Hello, Dominica. Welcome to the Kairi TV News. I'm your presenter, Vanessa Bruno. Here are the big stories making the headlines. Government conducts a site visit to geothermal plant in Loda. Dominica welcomes its fifth inaugural cruise call for the 2022-2023 cruise season. And further support on the way for Connector 767 East Central Football Club as they win the coveted President's Cup. Stay tuned for the details after the break.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Welcome back. In all its story, officials have provided an update on works at Dominica's geothermal development plant.
Dominica is moving closer to establishing its geothermal energy capabilities. Officials made a visit on Wednesday to have a first-hand update on drilling works continuing at the site in the Loda region. Officials of the geothermal company Iceland Drilling Company implementing the project says drilling on the RVP2 production well was completed over the last few weeks, which is a great indication of the project's progress. Project manager with the IDC, Jason Gotwato, explaining the process of the drilling exercise, says a number of steps are necessary to ensure that precise specifications are adhered to in order to guarantee the desired results.
We start at 20-inch casing. That's what we call the surface casing. So you want it to support the ground. So then we cement this, and then we continue drilling to a smaller diameter, 13 3/8, and then we cement this again. That's what we call the anchor casing. It's a support between your surface and then your production casing. So production casing is the next step. So we'll drill further. If you can see on this drawing, it's until 784 meters. And then the kickoff point is at 380 meters. This just means that from vertical, we're going to an angled direction to get through the source. So we use directional drilling tools to get about a 30-degree angle. So this production casing, you set it at a temperature at around 220 degrees Celsius. Okay? Then after that, we drill further into the production liner. So the total depth we reach is around 1,385 meters. Okay, so that's when we finish drilling. And the last step is to put a slotted liner. When you say slotted liner, these are just casings, 7-inch casing with holes. So that's where your geothermal fluid will come through and come up the surface. So basically, a geothermal well is a conduit to extract resource from the ground, from 1,000 meters below the ground up to the surface, and eventually to the power plant in the future.
According to Mr. Gotwato, this process will be followed by a completion test where the pressure is meshed with the temperature of a well, which determines where specifically the geothermal fluids are present. He says when temperature and permeability are combined, this constitutes a good well.
And it looks like we're having a good well here, because historically, based on the other wells here drilled here, it was good. And based on geological data and other data, you can correlate this data and you can say with a bit of confidence that it will be good, since we have, as you can see on the drawing, we have a big loss at 947 meters, a total loss. When you say total loss, it means what you put in the well, it goes into the formation. So it means the fluid is passing through somewhere. So that's why I said a big permeability. And we also, based from the temperature, it looks like we reached that high temperature, which is what we are looking for. And also based from geological data, it's where the epidote, we see evidence of epidote, meaning we have reached the reservoir. But of course, we cannot say 100% until we do the well testing. Then we can get more confidence if we do that. Well testing is just, basically flow testing and discharging, open up the valve so you can see the pressure.
Mr. Gotuato added that the next step will be to clean the well to get an estimate of the megawattage or the flow rate calculations in preparation for the power plant. Linda Martin for Kairi TV News.
In other top stories, Jungle Bay Resort strives to make a difference in their surrounding communities. Here's Linda Martin with more.
Dominican entrepreneur Sam Raphael believes the country will benefit immensely from efforts by both government and the private sector with ongoing tourism promotions in the international market. Mr. Raphael, who is the owner of Jungle Bay Resort and Spa, says while it appears that there is not much going on locally, there has been a lot happening with the island's ecotourism promotion efforts.
There's a lot of work being done. You don't see it up front. Certainly, with the government side, there's a lot of work that's being done behind the scenes. You can't really publicize everything you do, but these things don't come as a result of no effort. They come with a tremendous amount of effort from both the government and the private sector. And I think we just need to be serious. We need to be focused. We need to ensure that we protect the environment and do the things that we're supposed to do. And I think Dominica is going to be in a good place in a not too distant future.
Mr. Raphael says the property, sitting on 19 acres, boasts of having 89 rooms, a spa with 14 treatment rooms, and 2 restaurants. He says with 120 staff members, training and team development are most important in their business, along with other services the facility provides, which have great impact on people and families through the purchase of local produce.
Interesting statistic, the acreage is one thing, but what about the impact on people? So we have over 120 employees, and this is important. And we also purchase a lot of produce and fish and either pork and chicken and rabbits and eggs, and go all the way. Maybe we support close to another 100 households. So this is the important thing where we've been fortunate to have the support of the Citizenship by Investment program to help to build this. And now that we've built it, now is when we can really sustainably show the impact and the benefit of the CBI program, because now we are operating and we can continue to provide, for 120 plus households in terms of employees, plus all the suppliers and the others that work in stores and so on and so forth. So I think this is dynamic, and the more we can buy local and not have that money go right out, it's the better it is for the country economically.
Mr. Raphael believes it is not only the buildings and the facilities, but the people, rightly trained and exhibiting genuine Dominican hospitality, that makes the greatest impact on visitors to the Jungle Bay Resort and Spa and Dominica. Linda Martin for Kairi TV News.
Switching gears now to tourism. Cruise vessel MV Silver Dawn made its inaugural call to Dominica on Thursday. The ship docked at the Woodbridge Bay port and will make a total of 4 calls to the island for the 2022-2023 cruise season. MV Silver Dawn's arrival is the 5th of 9 inaugural calls for the cruise season. To commemorate the ship's call to Dominica, a plaque exchange ceremony was held between government officials and the ship's captain. The ship sailed to Dominica from St. Kitts and will sail from Dominica to Antigua. As of December 9, 2022, Dominica has received a total of 31 cruise calls. Together, the ships brought in 41,064 cruise passengers, with 29,643 passengers disembarking and 18,266 passengers engaging in tours. A total of 196 calls is projected for the 2022-2023 cruise season. These calls translated to 314,938 cruise passengers compared to 189,334 passengers and 143 calls in the 2019-2020 season. This signals a productive and profitable season for tourism and hospitality stakeholders who are heavily reliant on cruise sector activity as the government of Dominica continues its effort in the development and promotion of the island as a desirable cruise destination. This is the Kairi TV News. We'll be back after this break.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Play Multi-X on Pick 4, Daily 3, and Pick 2 and be part of our Multiply Your Christmas promotion. For every $4 spent on your game of choice with Multi-X, you get a chance to win goodies this Christmas. Your ticket will indicate whether you have won hams, turkeys, petrol vouchers, grocery vouchers, and instant cash prizes. What are you waiting for? Let Dominica National Lottery make everything possible for you this Christmas season. Play Big 4, Pick 2, and Daily 3. Don't forget Multi-X and watch us multiply your Christmas. Promotion valid from December 12, 2022 to January 14, 2023.
Welcome back. Member of Parliament for the Castlebruce constituency extends support to the East Central Football Club. MP for the Castlebruce constituency, Octavia Alfred, is extending her congratulations to local football club Connect 767 East Central for their success at the Dominica Football Club President's Cup. The team emerged as champions of the President's Cup after defeating Promex Harlem United FC 2-0. MP Alfred pledged the support of the constituency to Connect 767 East Central and wishes them well for the future.
I want to extend on behalf of the Castlebruce constituency high commendation and congratulations to our football club Connect 767 East Central for having emerged winners of the DFA's President Cup in this league. The club won the President's Cup against Promex Harlem, winning 2-0. And we want to thank the team management, Coach President Stanton Serafin and his assistant Coach Shin Serafin, and all the other people who have been working with this group of young men, Sasha John Carbon and China Tolok and Sholon James. We thank them for spending time ensuring that these young men are involved in something that makes them very happy and that they can vent energy in a good way. We want to continue to pledge our support to this football club and we wish them well in the future.
And the UWP calls for President Charles Savary to downsize the DLP's cabinet. The United Workers' Party is objecting to the appointment of former ministers as being retained as consultants among the new ruling Dominica Labour Party cabinet. A new slate of cabinet ministers was sworn in last week following the DLP's December 6th victory at the polls. A few former ministers have also been appointed as consultants to guide the new generation of ministers. According to a statement by the party, the UWP views this as an abominable imposition of a totally unnecessary multi-million-dollar cost burden on the public purse. In that regard, the UWP calls upon President Charles Savary to exercise the executive authority of his office and immediately revoke the appointment of the entire cabinet of ministers. The release further went on to recommend that the president requires the formation of a new cabinet with no more than 12 members in the best interest of the country. This is the Kairi TV News. Stay tuned for a recap of the headlines right after this.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
To end the news, the headlines once again. Government conducts a site visit to the geothermal plant in Loda. Dominica welcomes its fifth inaugural cruise call for the 2022-2023 cruise season. And further support on the way for Connect 767 East Central Football Club as they win the coveted President's Cup. Tune in to 107.9, 93.1, 91.1 and 88.7 FM Monday to Friday for our radio newscasts at 6:30 a.m., 1 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Go to Kairi TV on Flow Channel 953 to watch our TV newscasts Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. with repeats at 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/KairiFM. Check us out on Instagram at KairiFM and follow us on Twitter at KairiFM Dominica. Visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch up on any newscasts you may have missed. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Vanessa Bruno. Thank you for watching. Happy holidays.